Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And it's very interesting news this week as Argentina have confirmed that Michael Cheika will not be continuing as the Argentina head coach. Despite the fact that that's what Cheika wanted, he made it quite clear at the end of the World Cup that he's absolutely loved his time at Argentina and he would like to continue coaching there, but not being backed by the UAR, which is in a very interesting move. And they've actually decided to promote or internally appoint their replacement in Felipe Contaponi. So we're going to talk a little bit about this, about whether it's the right decision, what it could potentially mean, as well as maybe look at a little bit back at Michael Cheika's tenure and kind of decide, is this the right decision or not? But before you do that, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Right, so it was announced yesterday that Felipe Contaponi would replace Michael Cheika. Contaponi has actually been involved in the Argentina setup for the last 18 months. And he's been contracted for the next World Cup cycle. So for the next 4 years, where he will take Argentina to the World Cup in 2027, unless anything goes wrong. He actually paid tribute, to be honest, to Michael Cheika in his appointment. He said the following. He said, having been made the head of Los Pumas fills me with pride, and it's one of the experiences I enjoyed the most in my career as a coach. Which is what Michael Cheika said. Although I was born in Australia, a big part of me will be Argentina. I'm convinced that Felipe and his staff are going to lead the team in the best way. And he said that, and then Felipe Contaponi actually said to Cheika that working under him as an attack coach, he'll always be grateful for the extraordinary opportunity and spoke about how much he learned from Michael Cheika. The UAR president said the following about Michael Cheika. He said his professionalism, passion, and dedication to Argentine rugby is something we'll remember forever. He said, today we are convinced that Felipe is the right person for the new path towards Australia 2027. Right, so let's talk about good move or bad move. The one thing, obviously, Felipe Contaponi knows is Argentina and Argentina rugby. It's ingrained in him. Argentina rugby runs through his veins. He's a Hall of Famer. Quite literally, he is a World Rugby Hall of Fame player. As a fly half, he was obviously actually phenomenal, played a bit of inside center as well, and he bleeds Argentina rugby. So you're not going to find someone that's more passionate or wants Argentina rugby to succeed more than Felipe Contaponi. That's the one thing you're getting him. Same with with the Rassi Erasmus, for example. Someone who absolutely understands what that jersey means. Is desperate for the success. You're going to get that a lot with Contaponi. What you aren't going to get is the experience that Michael Cheika has had. Michael Cheika is one of the most successful rugby coaches of the modern era. Tasted success wherever he went. And his tenure in Argentina was really, really interesting. He learned Spanish as part of being here. And he obviously beat the All Blacks in New Zealand, first time Argentina's ever done that. He beat Australia in Australia. And he also beat England and Twickenham. So they then went to beat Wales and they got to a World Cup semi-final. So he had a brilliant time at Argentina, and for me, really took Argentina up a level. Is this the right decision? For me, it's too early to tell. My initial gut feeling is I think they should have continued with Cheika. I think he had something really special building there. I think he had brought in a lot of youngsters. I think he was building a team as well. He had a team that was successful, but he was building a team. And I think that we saw some really talented youngsters, the like of a Jean-Martin Gonzalez, for examples. Lucio Cinti, players who are going to play for Argentina for a long, long time. And he was bringing these players in, and sort of really got the balance right between new players, older players, mix of experience. I do think he could have backed Nicolas Sanchez a bit more during the World Cup, but Carreras was his fly half, his go-to man for most of his tenure. It'll be very interesting to see what changes Contaponi makes. I do think that working at a Cheika for 18 months will have been a huge part of it. And I don't think we'll see them move too much away from the kind of Cheika DNA, because Contaponi would have worked with them and he would have understood where it works and how it works and why it works as well. So I think that's one of Cheika's best jobs, to be honest. I think that he could have gone quite far. I think that he would have ever won a World Cup, maybe not. But they could have got them into being a top 4 team pretty regularly, which for me is where they were heading. Not from just being the side that could, rock up. And I think what he did so well is that he managed to channel the passion. We always talk about the Argentinians as passionate team. We see it with the national anthem, for example, and they're a team that when they're up, they're really up. But sometimes, would let the passion overwhelm them, and the discipline would kind of, fall apart. And I thought that's what Cheika did really well. Is he managed to channel it in the correct way so that there weren't the discipline issues that maybe previous teams were known for. So, well, time will tell. Let me know what you think. It's an interesting call. I think the call to appoint internally is maybe the right one. If Cheika's not going to continue, I don't think Contapone is a bad idea at all. I think the biggest thing about Argentina is they need to become harder to beat. Not necessarily that they need to try and win more games, which they will, but they need to become harder to beat. For me, I think they're just a little bit too easy to beat. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Smash like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.